In this plaza right here, they have these giant apples, which are kind of cool. Even a little area where you can sit down. Honestly, who doesn't love a bit of whimsy in the morning? Maybe it's just what the world needs more of these days. I really don't know what the apples are all about, but I'm digging them. Maybe it's the red color, because the museum is also red across the street. Popular color here in China. Well, I'm back in Shanghai again. This is my 4th or 5th visit, and on this trip, I'm going to spend the day checking out a few of its well-known art districts. These spaces for the creatives are both very unique and have their own style. Located on the east bank of the Huangpu River in the Pudong District is the China Pavilion Building, an inverted red pyramid based on ancient Chinese tradition. This was built in 2000 for the World Expo and is known as the Crown of the East. It now houses the China Art Museum, featuring modern and contemporary art. After a few hours exploring indoor galleries, I made my way over to the well-known M50 Art District that is set up in an older industrial area along the Suzhou River. This maze of older warehouses and narrow alleys was transformed into an art hub around the year 2000. It's often compared with Soho in New York and 798 in Beijing. Hey everyone, good morning again. Today I'm here on a bright, beautiful, sunny day in Shanghai, and behind me is the China Art Museum here, which is a really amazing piece of architecture. I'm finally inside the first gallery. You gotta come up an elevator to get here to the 12th floor. And I'm guessing you just kind of work your way down. I'm really just following everybody else through this museum because there's not really a lot of English. This first section I've been walking through these galleries, it's really about the history of Shanghai, and because it's really the history of colonial China, so many other countries came in and invaded and took over parts of this city over time, including the French, the British, the Americans, and the Japanese. So a lot of these paintings are reflecting those interactions. I feel like a lot of the artwork in here is very contemporary, probably painted within the last, I don't know, 50 to 60 years. Well, there's a painting right there displaying a bit of U.S.-Chinese history and relations. So far, really enjoying this, and I've only been in one gallery, and I think there's a lot more to see. I also think the people coming here are really having a great time. A lot of them are taking photos with the paintings. This is massive. I'm super impressed. This is one of the biggest art museums I think I've ever been in. I am kind of worried though that it's going to take a very, very long time to get through. And I don't mind. I mean, I guess I don't have too much else going on today. It's nice too that they have these big glass windows where you can get views outside as you're walking. They have a cafe here, but it looks like it's closed today. That's kind of cool. They just had a parent-child activity space back there if you wanted to let your kids color or create something. Those are some interesting chairs back there. I'll leave it at that. It is an art museum. This section here is dedicated to animation. So of course they have a massive gift shop, another cafe. I think they've got cafes on every floor actually. But that's good because there's a lot of walking, a lot of benches too around this museum. I think I'm in a special exhibit right now for calligraphy, which is pretty cool. All right, just came out of the museum into this big courtyard here, went through another bookstore and souvenir shop. And I guess it wasn't quite as massive as I thought. I mean, it's a massive building, but there was only about 3 floors of exhibit halls. So it wasn't that big actually, it didn't take me too long. That was fun. But now it's time to go and check out another art district here in the city, in a different section. A little bit far, but I'll just take the subway over there. Okay, well, I've come to a different part of the city now to check out another art scene here in Shanghai, and this is the M50 Art District. And this is an old industrial park, I think, that's kind of transformed itself since about 2000 into a place for local artists to come and work and open galleries. So I think it's going to be really cool. Some people compare it to Beijing 798, which is a place that I always liked going when I lived there. And I think it's going to be really fun and contemporary with street murals, things like that. So I'm definitely excited to check this out. Because while the big museum was a lot of fun to visit, that really is kind of more traditional art. And this is going to be more eclectic and maybe more socially conscious. We're going to see in a minute. But yeah. I've always wanted to come here and I'm finally doing it today. Oh, I'm already enjoying this so much better because this is a quieter kind of residential part of the city away from the downtown, which is where I just was. I was just in the area with all the big buildings next to the big river. And this is, yeah, feels much quieter, easier. Well, I think I'm really close now. I think it's just on the other side of the street. You get these buildings behind there. And I just realized, I think I did come over to this neighborhood last year, but I didn't know I was this close to the art district. Well, this is it. I'm definitely here inside one of the little alleyways. Got a little Willy Wonka action going on there where the roof just kind of slides down. Almost hit me in the head trying to get out. Very cool. That might be one of my favorite pieces already. I don't know if it's the monkey or the dragon, but probably both. It looks really cool. I just realized this water tower over here, it's a cafe inside. And this is kind of fun. I'm just taking stairways to nowhere, but getting some views. It is very, very industrial feeling. And definitely a great vibe going on here for an art scene. I have no idea where I am anymore. I'm sure it's not that bad, but you know, it's a lot of fun just to wander. And there are some galleries that are open as well, but I'm not sure if they're charging money. I think some of them are free. And there are a lot of cafes as well. Be a fun place just to come over and just sit, relax with friends. I've hopped in and out of a few of these galleries here, and they're actually really massive spaces, some of them. So they have, you know, stuff set up all over the floor and the walls. Something else I'm really enjoying about this area is how kind of quiet and empty it is. I'm not sure if it gets really busy later, maybe, because I'm here earlier in the afternoon, but I like that it's, you know, not so many people. Makes it a much more enjoyable experience, so you can kind of just walk around at a slow pace and enjoy. I'm just still wandering around here. But yeah, there is a lot going on. And truthfully, if I had to choose between going to that first art museum, which was nice, it was massive, and this district here, I would choose this area. I think this is more my style. Well, I hope you guys have had fun joining me today as I've run around Shanghai looking for some cool art. Definitely check out this one, the M50. The other one's nice too, and for whatever reason, didn't cost me anything. I thought it might, but I guess it is free. So both museums fun, but this one definitely feels more local, more laid back and relaxed, and there are lots of fun, quirky cafes to grab a coffee. Anyway, stay safe, healthy, and happy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Thanks for joining me today. Life's a journey meant to be shared. Remember to always travel with an open heart and an open mind. Enjoy the ride and keep your eyes on the horizon for the next adventure. I'll see you out there.